All right, people, I'm back. What's up, YouTube? I'm back. See, I got my corn t-shirt. I don't know if y'all can see it. See, like corn. Don't worry, I'm gonna make some great YouTube videos that are gonna be fun and interesting. I am gonna make a Dragon Ball Super review on my secondary YouTube channel. I think my secondary YouTube channel is gonna be about anime, movies, television, music, stuff that's not related to the first YouTube channel. But today I got a great, interesting video, something I didn't talk about in my movie, Hard Time with Women of LA, but I am going to talk about it here today on YouTube, and I'm going to try to keep this video between 5 to maybe 15 minutes. I had another video, but unfortunately I had to delete it because it was way too long for YouTube. And when you get your first strike, you know the rule. Videos can't be that long. So this one's going to be called, Is It Okay to Have the Hots for a College Teacher? Now, I know in our society that the feminist propaganda says that it's wrong for a man to act on sexual emotions, sexual whatever they want to call it. They have 100 names for it. Sexual gratification, sexual this, sexual that. Now, a lot of people have been saying, well, women are high school teachers in high school and they be having sex. Yeah, but that's a completely different case. Here we're gonna ask, is it okay for a man when he goes to a major university, a 4-year college, or a junior college, is it okay for him to have a crush on his teacher? The answer is hell yes. Now, I've never made a video like this before on YouTube, and hopefully y'all love this video. I might change the title and called, Is It Okay to Ask Your Teacher Out on a Date? That'd probably be a better title for the video. I would say that I've had some good experiences and some strange encounters with teachers in college. But let's talk about what makes a man want to have the hots for his teacher in college. Most of the time, she's going to be between the ages of 25 to 35, maybe 40 years old, if you're talking about junior college standards. And most men find women of those ages physically, sexually attractive. And sometimes your friend might crack a joke and say, I don't know if you want to get it on with the teacher or not. And you see in our society, feminists will have you believe that everything that a man thinks about sexually is a bad thing. When it's not a bad thing, it's a good thing. And plus, I do believe strongly that if you got the hots for your teacher, why not ask your teacher out to lunch and dinner? You're both adults, you're both grown-ups, and both should be responsible adults. Now, there are some rules I have to explain in this video. Try to understand that you still have to be an alpha male, that in order for you to get a teacher to have a crush on you, you still must display masculine energy. You still must be with Aaron Clearly on YouTube. That's right, Aaron Clearly has a YouTube channel. You have to be hardcore punk. Bigger, stronger, faster, okay? You still gotta have money looks. You may not have no status, but you gotta have, well, you may not have money. Let me take that back. So have the looks and the status and be bigger, stronger, faster. Now, one of the best ways to get a woman's attention from the age of 25 to 35 years old, sometimes 40 years old, is to play a physical sport. Basketball, football, that usually gets a lot of women's invited attention. Like if you're the star quarterback on the football team, you're fair game. You're going to get as many teachers in secrecy giving you phone numbers and email addresses because they're going to find you physically, sexually attractive. Now, despite people saying, come on, man, it's the teacher. You're doing it so you can get an A and pass the class. Well, tell you the truth, they've been doing that since the early 1960s, early 1970s. They've actually been doing that. Guys, they're about to fail a class, a math class or an English class, and 99.99% of the time, you are going to find yourself in a situation where you're getting hit on by a woman. Whether she's a black woman, a white woman or a Latino or even an Asian woman. You might get some women from foreign countries that are teachers. By the way, I'm going to tell you another secret that pickup artists and dating coaches are never going to tell you. 9 times out of 10, it's actually good practice to get hit on by college teachers that are women from the ages of 25 to 35 years old, sometimes 40 years old. And I'm going to tell you why. Because it will help you with your social skills. It will help you get more attention from women outside of college. You go to schools like USC, UCLA, Cal State, Dominguez, you go to places like, what's that other school? Santa Barbara. You go to schools like that, you're going to get hit on by a lot of women that are teachers. And you see, it ain't just high school, it's also college. And the reason why I'm talking about college and not high school is because high school is too complicated to explain on video. And let's be honest, I don't want YouTube to take the video down, so we're going with college. It's just better. Now, you don't have to worry about principals and vice principals coming up to you and saying, "Hey, young man, I don't think it's a good idea for you to be trying to ask her out to lunch and dinner." When she clocks off from work and you check out of class, you're both grown adults. You're both grown ass adults. You can do whatever you want when you're both off the clock. If you want to ask your teacher out to lunch and dinner, you can ask your teacher out to lunch and dinner. Now, and you don't have to worry about people looking at you, people staring at you. They're going to be like, "Oh, wow, he has a crush on the teacher." It's like if you saw Scarlett Johansson in Hollywood doing a movie premiere and you were a multi-billionaire. You're going to ask Scarlett Johansson out to lunch and dinner. So you can do the same thing with your teacher in college. Now, most YouTubers don't really talk about it as much because it's quote-unquote taboo, but the sex is great. Oh yeah, the sex be on fire like a mother lover. Woo! Yeah! It be on fire. You know what I'm saying? You get the best sex from women that are teachers in college. A lot of times you can get a girl who used to be a cheerleader. And guess what? The sex is great. She still got that nice athletic body. She got that nice six-pack abs. And guess what? You don't have all this pressure on you to sustain yourself. You can be yourself around women in college. And guess what? If you're in great athletic shape, she's going to find you physically, sexually attractive. One of the best ways to find hot, sexy teachers in college, you got to take class subjects that are popular. Math is number one. I know people hate math, but when they see a hot teacher, they go. Math, English, PE, yes, I said PE, and I would probably say television to a certain extent. You might be able to find some teachers in television. You're not going to find them in sports like martial arts because it's a man teaching martial arts. You may not find a beautiful, attractive woman teaching weight training. You might get a man. You might get lucky in weight training, don't get me wrong. But math, English, history, science, and television, you're going to find hot teachers. And I'm talking about drop dead gorgeous teachers. Not those middle-aged women that's in their 50s and 60s so much. Unless you got the hots for women of that age, then you would check out the theater department. Now, the theater department is the new mecca of messing with a combination of women that's in their mid-20s to mid-50s in the theater department. So I would say math, English, history, science, PE, television, and theater. Now, the reason why I don't mention film in this category is because when you take a film class, it's 50-50. You might get a female teaching a film class on how to be a film director, or you might get a man teaching film. But the reason why I picked those subjects is because you'll find women. And then let's not forget art. If you're trying to become an artist, you'll find plenty of hot teachers in art class. Now, try to avoid classes like geography, biology, chemistry. Try to avoid those types of classes in college, because in those classes, you're going to get someone that's older than what you expect, and that's not what you want. So if you want a hot teacher between the ages of 25 to 35 or sometimes 40 years of age, you got to take math, a math class, math, English, history, science, PE, television, and theater. Because those are the classes where you're going to see the hot teachers at. And then you can ask them out to lunch and dinner. Now, the rules. What are the rules? Sometimes you got to understand that the first 2 or 3 months, you can't come on too strong and too powerful, because it's going to be considered sexual harassment. But if the woman comes on you very strong and very powerful, then you got nothing to worry about. Now, let's talk about cities where this actually happens. I wish I had a paper and I wish I wrote this out on paper, but unfortunately I don't. Number 1 is Texas, because they're always on the news, and every time they make a television show about teachers in college having sex with their students, Texas is usually number 1. Number 2 would probably be Los Angeles. Number 3, New York City. I would probably say number 4 is Boston. Number 5 is Phoenix. Number 6 would probably have to be Atlanta. If you like black women in Atlanta, there's some black women in Atlanta that are college teachers, and all types of stuff happen in Atlanta, so that would be number 6. Number 7 would probably be Denver. Denver, Colorado would probably be number 7. You got to look for places that's not so obvious. See, if you keep going to places like UCLA College, USC, that's obvious. But if you go to schools that nobody suspects anything, then you're in good luck, because if you go to a school that's not on the radar, you got an 85-90% chance of doing the impossible. And you see, what most guys do is they become basketball players, football players, and baseball players, and that's how come they enjoy getting hit on by hot teachers that are between the ages of 25 to 35 years old, sometimes 40. And then you hear the rumors. Remember when you was your first semester that you heard your best friend say, well, I heard that she got it on with the captain of the football team. Well, guess what? That's because the women are physically and sexually attracted to guys that play sports. Another class I didn't mention is business. Consider that as a bonus. If you take a business class, more of like business administration, I guarantee you, if you take a business class, you will get you a fine, attractive white woman or black woman teaching business administration. And a lot of those women work a long, lengthy hours, and it's perfect because now you get the chance to score. Now, you still got to bring condoms. You still got to be sexual transmitted disease free, and you still have to be an alpha male and assertive. You still have to exert power and dominance. So basically, that I told you this video, you got a lot of information that nobody won't tell you. The pickup artists and the dating coaches won't tell you this information because I told it to you, and you're getting it from me on YouTube. So basically, yes, you can ask your teacher out to lunch and dinner if it's college. UCLA College, USC, Cal State Dominguez. Junior colleges, I would probably say Santa Monica, El Camino. LA Trade Tech if you're looking to go into the hood, or sure, between the hood and downtown. And I probably would say Los Angeles City College, Pierce College, Valley College. I would say in this case, Pierce College and Valley College, because you would never suspect it would happen there. Try to stay away from the big schools where it happens a lot, and try to go to smaller schools where no one suspects anything. And of course, not only that, I might make a sequel to this video called how do you spit game at a librarian at your school in college? All right? Bye. Peace.